Hello there, Libra. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly tarot forecast for the week of March 16th through the 27th. I am using the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg once again. I do want to apologize for the lateness of these videos. I've been dealing with bronchitis, and this is the first day that I felt like I could come on here and make videos without just coughing up a lung. So I want to thank you all for your patience. And also for those of you who've prayed for me and sent me healing energy, thank you very, 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 very much. Feels really good to be well enough to work again. Woohoo! So let's get started with you guys, Libra. Monday, what you have coming up is the Knight of Coins in reverse. Blech. This card just means that you're getting some information that you're not going to like so much about finances or money or material assets. This can be a trip to the tax advisor or to your financial advisor where you find out something that you weren't expecting that you don't really like so much. This could also be, this is my favorite thing that ever happened. When I pulled this card, a lady told me that the manifestation of it was her son dropped his cell phone in the toilet and she had to buy him a new one. It's just bad news financially. It's extra money that we had to spend that we weren't planning on spending. That's all it really means. So, and it's just a one-time deal. We're not talking about any kind of recurring thing here. So it's not that big of a deal. Just one time. Tuesday, 8 of Clubs coming up in reverse. This just means that things are slowing down for you Tuesday. So if you've been thinking, oh my gosh, I just need a break, everything's going so fast, I'm having a hard time keeping up, blah, 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 all that stuff going through your head, guess what? Tuesday you get a little bit of a break. Yay! You get some peace, some time to breathe, some time to think, maybe even some time to catch up on things that have been kind of falling behind because you've been so busy with other stuff. So Tuesday's going to be a nice breather day for you Libras. Now Wednesday, what we have coming up is we have the Falling Tower. Now the Falling Tower, you can look at it as a bad card or as a good card. I tend to look at it as a good card because I look at it for the long term. It's very uncomfortable in the short term, I have to admit that. Even positive me has to admit that. So the situation with the Falling Tower is that you have something in your life that you thought was going to last indefinitely and that seemed really safe and secure, and it just like suddenly that situation just got whisked away from you. And so what happens when we have something like that happen to us is we're kind of left like looking around like, oh my gosh, what just happened? And it's a little devastating because you were kind of lulled into this safe feeling. So it can feel kind of devastating at first. Now what's really interesting about it that I've noticed is that this really is the universe's way of just kind of giving us a kick in the pants when we need it, because we got lulled into that safe feeling, so we weren't really looking around for any opportunities that might actually be better for us than what we were in, because we felt safe. Why do that? Why bother? We were going to stay there. So when Spirit kicks this out of a situation like that, it's saying, hey, wake up, there are better things out there for you. You just have to open your eyes and look around. So if you see this before Wednesday and then you have something like this happen on Wednesday where you get that safe situation yanked out from under you, then just open your eyes and look around, because there's a better opportunity waiting for you. You just have to, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start looking for those opportunities. They're there. Okay, so that's Wednesday. Thursday, what we have coming up is we have the Two of Coins. The Two of Coins just means Thursday is kind of the opposite of Tuesday. Remember Tuesday we were slowing down, we were breathing, you had a chance to relax a little bit, Libra. Thursday, not so much. Thursday, busy, 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 busy. You're going to make it look easy though. Everybody from the outside is going to be watching you going, how does he do that? Or how does she do that? How do they get all that stuff crammed into their day and they're fine with it? You, on the other hand, are going to feel a little bit like a madman or a madwoman trying to run around and accomplish all this stuff. But on the outside, people don't know that. It just looks graceful, like you can handle it. Easy peasy. All right, so Friday, you have the Knight of Swords coming in. I'm feeling like for you, this is not so much a person coming into your life as it's a situation for you, Libra. I feel like you, on Friday, are going to feel like you are called into action. Action, action. Now, Swords has to do with mental stuff, thought, communication, things that travel through the air. Knights talk about adventure, action, new beginnings. So a beginning of a new adventure. So this is where you're called into some kind of action. So I'm seeing more than like action like we normally think of action, I'm seeing a lot of communication going on for you Libras on Friday. I feel like you're called into a situation where you feel like you have to step in and you have to say something and you have to be the one that's really the motivating force. And I'm feeling like multiple phone calls to multiple different people, getting something in motion here. I feel like the strongest sense that I'm really getting is somebody in an office just picking up the phone, calling somebody, trying to get something going, putting that phone down after talking to that person, picking up, looking at the address book. Okay, who else can I call that can help me with this? Blah, 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 blah. You know, just repeatedly, like almost all day of talking to people about what can we do about this situation? What can we do? How can we help? How can we get this going? So that's the strongest impression I'm actually getting off of Friday is call to action, call to communication, get things organized, start to get things taken care of. It's really weird. It's almost like if there's something that is big that's going on where somebody needs some help and you're trying to really coordinate help for these people. So I'm not sure, who this is going to apply to, how many of you this is going to apply to, but I have this very specific picture and it feels like there's some kind of a flood or an earthquake or something where somebody is just really coordinating. Okay, how do we help these people? And it feels like there's a lot of people that you're trying to help. That's the call to action. That's what the call to action is about. And so maybe it's applying to more than one of you. I'm not sure how many, like I said. And maybe it's applying on a lot smaller scale to a lot of you. But I really feel there's something that's a little bit bigger coming in for at least one of you on this thing here on Friday. Now, having said all that, I don't want you guys to get wigged out by any cards. For any of you who have ever seen me work live, you know that I will tell people sometimes cards look bad. Do not judge a card until you hear the translation because cards generally just are not that bad. Spirit is trying to give us messages, to give us heads up, and to help us move forward in a productive way. At least when I work with the spirits that I work with. So even though a card may have a rough message or a card may look rough, please don't automatically assume that this is a bad card. So I'm going to show you this card. Obviously, I'm a little concerned about y'all jumping to that conclusion. Please don't do that. Okay, so on Saturday what we have coming up is the death card. Now death very, very, very rarely means death, and I don't feel like I'm picking up on anything like that. What it actually means is transformation, change. And we're talking about change at a core level. And I do feel there are some big changes coming in, Libra, and they're coming into your life. And I feel like they're not, like normally I would say that this is a core value change, that this is a change coming in from the most inner part of you. Right now, I'm not feeling that. What I'm feeling is a different kind of change, that there are some core things changing around you, changing in your environment, maybe changing at where you work, changing at your home, things like this. So you have some changes coming in around you, some real transformations. And with this card coming in right side up, this is telling me that these are transformations for the better. So I'm seeing some major change moving in around you on Saturday. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is going to be a surprising change. You weren't really expecting it. But for some of you, this will be change that you actually kind of helped coordinate. And for others, you will have seen this coming down the line. You're not going to be surprised at all whenever this change comes into effect on Saturday. Okay, so then on Sunday, what we have coming up is we have the Nine of Clubs. And the Nine of Clubs really talks about having a project that you're working on and tying up loose ends. So on Sunday, I feel like there's something that you have been working on for a while. This can be a project at work, or it can be a personal project of your own. It can even be something you're working on with people from church or other groups, whatever. But there's some kind of project that you've been working on. And on Sunday, I feel like it's coming to a close. It's done what it needs to do, and now it's coming to a close. And so you're just tying up all the loose ends, basically doing the cleanup on this project and getting it all ready to pack it up and put it away. Okay? So Libra, that is your week. For those of you who would like to schedule a private session with me, please feel free to check out my website. I also do mediumship work as well as spiritual healing. You can find me at amista.info, AMISTA.info. Once you're there and you've kind of poked around a little bit, if you still feel like I'm the best person for you to work with, feel free to contact me and we'll set up a session for you as quickly as possible. For everybody else, I will see you here next week. Everyone have a great week. Peace out.